Starting tomorrow, I'm no longer just a shipping clerk. I'm chairman of the board.
And it's all because of
Freaking.com.
Okay, well, I'm standing here with Selectman Brendan Kelly of Seabrook. You're kind of 1/3 of the government out there, of the top level of the government anyway. You have got a warrant article you were going to submit this year it's very provocative. Tell me about it.
Well, I had this thought, you know, I'm on the budget committee and I'm one of the selectmen. We look at the finances of the town, and you know, in the last 5 years, the town has really been struggling with our budgets and whatnot, and we're trying to hold the line and everything because we know the people are really hurting financially out there. So we do everything we can to keep everything under control, and we are actually in control of say 55% of our budget on our side. Then there's another 45% of our budget on the other side that is completely out of our control, and that is the school budget. They have a tendency to think that they automatically get a $250,000 increase in their budget every year, no matter what, at least in the part that gives teachers their pay raises. They keep getting their automatic pay raises, and it's just going off the chart. And in the course of this year, when I was looking at how it works on our budget, we got to cost out what it costs to actually educate children. And I made the discovery that for $7,500, we could send every student to a private school. And it's costing us almost $14,000 to send them to our public schools. So my thinking is, why don't we just close the public schools and send everybody to private schools?
So you're sitting in the SAU 21 right now?
Yes, right.
Okay,
correct.
and you know, I've had some run-ins with those folks. And
I do not give you permission to put it on YouTube.
I'm prepared to be arrested. I'm sorry, what'd you say? Okay, what's your name, ma'am? You just told me to leave a public meeting?
you're not in.
Why would you do that? What's your position? There's a little bit of, not a ton of openness over there.
They just think it's a one-way street. They need more money all the time to continue to not educate our children. I'm sorry, Winnicott High School, which is where our students go for a public high school, is, I think, number 63 out of 80 in the state, so it's not one of your better performing schools. And then our children coming out of our school system have trouble performing there. I think it's a disaster. It's just not something that we can continue. It happened that I got to interview the principal from the Sacred Heart School in Hampton, and as it is now, we have 41 students who go to Sacred Heart from Seabrook. Their parents are paying a $5,500 tuition to go to that school, plus they have to pay the taxes for the Seabrook schools. Mm-hmm. Now, these people are not doing that because that school's not better. I don't think Sacred Heart School is not preparing their students. I think they're better preparing their students. So to me, it's a big win-win situation that we just close all the Seabrook schools and send all the children to private schools. And we pay the bill, and we save about $5,000 a student.
Is the warrant posted online anywhere yet?
I haven't even finished writing it up yet. So you're getting a first. This is the first notice of it.
Nice.
I'm trying to get the language right together. I need like 25 signatures to put it on the ballot, or get one of the other selectmen to sign off on it with me. So yeah. Either way, I'm going to put it on, at least to bring attention to what's going on.
How do I get folks in touch with you if they want to provide feedback on your warrant article?
I'd like to get in contact with somebody who's going to run the private schools. That would be nice. I think it would be a good idea if somebody wanted to run a private school.
Well, how do they contact you?
I'm Brendan Kelly, Selectman of Seabrook. I have an email address is brendanfk@comcast.net.
Okay. Because even my experience is, even when someone liberty-oriented like you proposes a warrant article, there's often some unintended anti-liberty consequence in the writing. That's been my experience, because I helped write a bill once, and that's what happened to my bill. So
yeah. Well, I'm trying to look at what the wording is. I've been trying to get it together to make sure. you know, it's not going to hold a whole lot of water unless a whole lot of people say, yeah, this is a good idea. Then we'll say, uh-oh, maybe we have something.
Right, but it would be revolutionary. You'd be the only town in the country, I think, that would be doing it.
Well, I have planned to start the revolution in Seabrook. This has been my plan since I moved there back in '99, that we start running the country right from Seabrook. And that's just how I see things. You know, you can't let this government keep going doing what they're doing and stay nothing and sit back and let them go away with it. At some place you have to say enough is enough.
Right.
Which is, in the name of my book, by the way, Enough is Enough, the Truth Will Set Us Free.
Right.
And that's available online. Anybody wants to go look it up.
But yeah, I mean, I do think to a large extent I haven't paid real close attention to exactly what you've proposed and your voting record and stuff like that, but in terms of your position, your demeanor, your approach, you know, it seems like a good model for Liberty folk to use in the government. And the American government should be awash in people like you. You shouldn't be such a rare story.
No, well, the problem is, this is my estimation, you know, unfortunately, we're into second and third generation of people who have not been educated because they went to the public schools and they don't have the proper thinking to get to where they have to get, and they've been dependent on government to provide them things, which they now seem to think they are owed, that the thought of standing on your own and doing it on your own is like a foreign language.
Right.
And we have to get the problem we face is when it really, really gets bad, which I think is coming. You know, our economy is just already over a cliff, and just a question of how far it's going to fall. And, you know, the people are going to have to be educated that you're going to have to take care of yourself. There's not going to be anybody to help you. The government will walk away. They will walk away. They always walk away. They're not going to stand up and say, oh, I'm sorry I did this. And look at what happens in revolutions to the previous leaders. It's not a pleasant thought.
Sorry, let me get that. Okay. Yeah, that's possible. Okay, well, I appreciate your time, Brendan, and we'll talk when we talk.
Nice seeing you again, Dave.
Are you a liberty activist willing to be on the front line against socialism? FreeKeene.com would like you to consider moving here to Keene. While Keene may have the largest number of liberty-oriented media outlets in the entire state of New Hampshire, there's still a need for more activists. Can you help them? Visit FreeKeene.com to see what's happening. FreeKeene.com hooks you up with all the liberty media in town. Join the Keene Liberty activists and help free the beautiful city of Keene, New Hampshire from the clutches of the government. FreeKeene.com